Hi everyone, it's Crystal. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get this kind of like fall makeup look. I hope you guys like this video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below. So yeah, if you want to see how I got to this fall look, just keep on watching. So after moisturizing, and I did my eyebrows also, by the way, I used the MAC brow pencil that we got in our BoxyCharm for September, and I used my Milani clear brow gel, and I just applied some NYX Shine Killer, and this makes a complete difference in my face. I have oily skin, and this mattifies my face like crazy. I produce like obviously a lot of excess oils and stuff like that because I do have oily skin. So I notice when I don't wear this, the foundation on my face literally starts to break up, like I can see it separating. So if you have oily skin, you really need to try this primer. I don't know if I've mentioned these things already in previous videos, but I'm just going to mention them again in case anyone else new is watching. I've also been loving the Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. My shade is in, I don't even know what it is. Oh, it's in 120 Classic Ivory. Yeah, this stuff is really good, and if you're definitely like exfoliated enough, like this has like a really beautiful finish, and it usually doesn't cling on to any dry skin, but you really need to prep your skin properly though for this to look its best, but I still really like it. And also I'm breaking out, so I need good coverage, and this foundation gives really nice coverage. So the next thing I'm going to be using is the LA Girl Pro Concealer, which I always use in the shade Natural. And I'm just going to stick that underneath my eyes, and I'm going to still try to cover up my blemishes because, I don't know, they're not doing well. They don't want to be covered today, so. I'm going to be using my Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. It's probably better to use a sponge to do this kind of stuff, but also I want to work on the eyes after we set our face. So it's like, it'll be nice to have this underneath because we're going to be working with some dark colors, and I don't want fallout, and I don't want it to like smudge all my makeup. And I'm going to try to like bake some parts of my face where I know there was like some redness before, just to make sure like we're completely like fully covered. And also just take the rest of the powder, and if you want to set the rest of your face, that's fine, which I will do. And I'm going to take this big brush that I have from Beach Cosmetics. It's from their little quartz collection, and I'm just going to use that to move around some of this powder. Might as well take some off my shirt, right? So we're going to be using this palette that I got from my September BoxyCharm, and it's really beautiful, and I thought it'd be really fitting just because this has a lot of fall colors in the palette. And yeah, so the first, I already did this eye, so the first one that we're going to be using is Gala, which I thought was going to be a little bit lighter, but it turns out it's pretty dark. This was supposed to be our transition shade, but I'm just going to match the other eye. So we're going to be using Gala, which is this one. And yeah, so we're just going to be taking that into the crease and making sure that you blend it out really nicely. So the next shade in the palette we're going to be using is Splurge, which is like this kind of cocoa brown shade, and I'm going to be taking it on a different brush, one that's a little smaller than that big crease brush that we're using. So I'm going to take the shade right here and just run it on the base of like that color that we already used. Okay, super simple. What I want to do next is take this color Stunner right here. It's like a kind of like a dark orange shade, and I'm just gonna take it and like put it in the outer and inner corner and just try to blend it out just a little bit, and mostly on the lid. I just kind of want like a flush of this color because we are gonna put like a dark shade on our lid and put a shimmer over it, but I just want some of this shade to like peek through somewhere because this is a really pretty color. So literally just blend some like in the inner corner and on the outer corner. I'm gonna try to use Snazzy, which is this shade right here, and I want to put that like all over the lid because then after that I want to try to put like a shimmer on top of it and see if that looks nice. But we're gonna try out Snazzy and we're just gonna pop it on the lid really quick. So the next thing we want to do is take this shade right here. It's called Epic, and it's darker than Snazzy, and we're just going to put that right into the outer corner just to deepen it up a little bit, like add some dimension because our eyes look kind of flat right now, you know? So we're going to do that, and then we're going to add a shimmer. So right now we're gonna take this bake off because we're gonna be working like underneath the eye. And if you want, just like pat it all around your face. That's usually what I do. So for our under eyes, it's gonna be pretty simple. We're just gonna take that color, what is it called? Epic, that we put into the crease. I'm just gonna take the leftover like shadow on it and just like gently run it underneath my eye. Just to get some of like that darkness. But not all the way under, like just like the outer half. I just want to blend a little bit of it like right underneath. And not too far down because we are going to blend that orange shade farther down. And I need to grab just like a little bit because I used it up on this eye. So just like a smidge. Then we're gonna take, if you have a pencil brush, any pencil brush you have, I'm just gonna grab like that color Stunner, and I'm gonna run that color like right through the middle and towards like the inner corner of the eye, and then kind of blend out like that dark shade Epic that we have. But this is how everything should look so far. I don't know if you guys can see that. But this is how everything should look. It should look pretty blended out. Hopefully it looks blended out on camera. So the next thing we're going to be doing is taking this beautiful ass color called Twinkle and Glitzy. We're going to put Twinkle like towards the direct like center of our eyelid, like just on the lid. And then towards like the outer corners, I'm going to try to blend in Glitzy. And we're going to use our fingers because this looks beautiful when you apply it with a brush, but it's like just more pigmented when you use your finger for some reason. It's just easier to apply. So I'm just gonna like really dab this on to the middle of my eye, like center of my lid. And then I'm gonna take like another finger and just apply Glitzy on the other side, like the inner and outer corner. So far, I need to put like a little bit more of Twinkle. It looks really intense, but I promise like once I put some mascara and eyelashes and I get like the rest of my face together, I'm not gonna look as nuts. So I don't know why, but this didn't film. I took my little pencil brush and I just dipped it back into Twinkle, this sparkly shade, this like coppery sort of sparkly shade. And I just like put it right underneath, like on my lower lash line, I just put it like right in the center, like as if we're doing the same thing like that we did on the top. And then I tightlined using my Wet n Wild Color Icon Kohl eyeliner in the color, what is this color called? Simmer Brown with a flip. It's a dark brown eyeliner. So that's what I used, and I used it to tightline. You can use black, you can use brown, you can use whatever you have. That's what I used. I'm gonna take a break from the eyes for a little bit so that we can do our face makeup. I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild, my little contouring palette, and this is a little warm, but I'm still gonna try to contour with it. I might just try to do like a little contour, but I'm gonna take this shade right here and use this Deluxe blending brush. I believe that's what it's called. It's by BH from like this Quartz collection, and I'm just going to like obviously tap it out and just try to like contour my cheeks a little. And if you can use something a little bit cooler, I would totally recommend it, but right now I can't find anything, so I'm just going to sculpt out a little bit and then try to blend it out as much as possible. Now the next thing we're going to do is just put on some blush, and I'm just going to take this peach blush that I always use for my Soft and Subtle palette, and I'm going to take it on this big fluffy brush and just apply like a little bit onto my cheeks. Put some color. And also, if you put too much, you can always just take like your powder brush and dust some off, but that's what I'm using for blush. Now for highlight, I'm going to be using the Mega Glow highlighting powder. It's in Precious Petals by Wet n Wild, and this is like so beautiful, and I'm going to take it on my Real Techniques fan brush. This thing is like, it's so pretty. It's so glowy. I feel like it's slightly a little dark for me, but I just don't really care. Like, I still wear it because it's so beautiful. And I'm just gonna take a lot of that. Just look at this. Like, tell me that's not giving you life right now. I don't know if you can see it. Can you? Yeah, this is flippin' amazing. Like, this highlight is, it's so beautiful. And I just like to take it up here, just a little bit, not too much. Just a little bit, and then like on my nose. It's kind of easier to apply this highlight with your finger when like you do it on little places. I like to put some on my lip. But yeah, just like put some on your nose. I know some people hate it. I love it. That's just me though. And then also what I like to do is you can take like any little stubby shader brush you have, and I like to put like the highlight I use on my face as like my brow bone highlight and my inner corner highlight, because I feel like it just ties your face in. I just feel like everything looks really nicely coordinated when you do stuff like that way. But yeah, I'm just gonna throw this on my brow bone, and I like to take it underneath like right here to the front of like my brow, but that's just me. And also I'm gonna use a different brush because that's not working, but I'm just gonna take this one. It's a little bit more detailed, and I'm just gonna like put that right in my inner corner. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take my favorite mascara. So my favorite mascara right now is I think this is L'Oreal, no? This is the L'Oreal Voluminous / Paradise Mascara, and it's flippin' amazing. And I use it every single day of my life. I was gonna do a really dark kind of lip. I was gonna use this lip in Notion by ColourPop, and it's really dark and beautiful and vampy looking, but I feel like my eyes are pretty dark. Yeah, they look pretty dark, and I'm not sure. I don't know if I should go with this color. It's called Colombian. Is it Colombian Coffee? Oh no, this is Coconut by BH Cosmetics. This is a Luxe Lacquer. I don't know which one to choose. I'll be right back. I'll let you know. I picked Notion instead of Coconut, the Luxe Lacquer, just because I always do a nude lip and I want to do something different. I want to do something bold. So yeah, it looks so pretty. And I'm going to be concentrating a lot, so I'm sorry, but I'm not using a lip liner, so this is going to be a little bit tough.